guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa. I have a new project to share with you today. I'm calling this an easy envelope flip book, and it is it's an easy project. This is my prototype. I'll give you a quick flip through my prototype. So for my prototype, I've just used this ribbon to hold it all together. But it basically opens up this way and this way and this way, and then on the inside are the pages that you can either attach a photo straight to or slip it in using the pockets. So this pocket here is just a side pocket, and then it flips open. I've got a little belly band here, and then we've got a bottom pocket on this one, and the pages flip out this way. It's another one of those side pockets. I've got another short belly band there. This is just a little, you know, a little tuck spot. That's what I'm thinking of. We've got some corner pockets and another bottom pocket. Then we have a belly band that goes along this way, another corner pocket, and then that's the back of the envelope, and we could also put a picture there. So even if you didn't put in all of the pockets and belly bands, you could get a photo on each side of these. And sorry about that, I put that on silent, so I don't know why it's making a noise. So these go like this, and you can get lots of photos in here, and it's really easy to make, and I think it would make a fabulous gift. So then we just close it up like that. And in the one that I'm going to make now, I think I'll put a magnet on here. So that is my easy envelope flip book, and I think you could do it all sorts of ways, using all sorts of paper, and you know, yeah, I think it would make a fabulous gift because it doesn't take too long to make. So that is my prototype. I have made this project as a set of SVG files. So SVG files are, oops, I've got some water on there. SVG files are scalable vector graphic files for cutting machines. I have a Cricut. I use my Cricut to cut all my pieces out. The pieces in blue are sitting underneath, and they are the pieces that I've cut out of cardstock. So in this instance, the pieces that I've cut out of the black cardstock. And then the pieces in pink are my mats that I've cut out of my scrapbook paper. So that mat there is this one here, and I've cut out two so that I could mat it on both sides. Okay, so the cardstock that I'm using is 176 GSM or 67 pounds. That seems to be the standard for what I'm using, and I have used 12 by 12 sheets of cardstock to cut out all my pieces. And then you can use any scrapbook paper you like, and I've got a bit of a random selection today. So we've got an envelope base, a base page. I've made 3 different inserts, and then we have a long pocket, a long belly band, a corner pocket, a short pocket, and a belly band. And that's the little short belly band. So they're all the pieces that come. As you can see, it's not a huge project. The thing you do have to remember is that a lot of these pieces have got score lines on here, and you need to remember to attach those score lines to the piece before you cut it out. Otherwise, your machine might recognize that as a cutting line and just snip that whole tab off, which you obviously don't want. So I do have lots of videos on how to do that, and I will try and remember to link one to this video in case you have never done that before. It won't be for this project, but the principle is the same, so it's easy enough to do. A lot of people who follow me on YouTube don't have electronic cutting machines, and so in the last year or so I've started creating printable templates for those people as well. So I have made a set of printable templates for this one. This is a screenshot of the 7 pages that make up the printable templates. The first 4 pages are the pieces that you cut out of cardstock, and the last 3 pages are the mats, and you cut those out of scrapbook paper. My suggestion is to print it all onto plain paper or cardstock and use it as a printable template that you can just easily draw around, and then you don't need to measure anything because it's all perfectly to size. So that's just my suggestion. The one thing that's different on the printable templates as opposed to the SVG file, as you'll see, is that this envelope base doesn't have these little side flaps because I couldn't fit them on the page. Whereas this one for the SVG files, I'm not limited to this, well I am sort of limited to the size, but it's bigger than a printable page, so I could include those flaps on the side. So for the PDF, these two little envelope sides, you'd cut them out and you'd put one on each side. It's got a little tab there, so you just stick them to the side. Easy peasy. Let me show you. Here's one that I'm going to use today. So if you've got the printable template, it'll come like this without these side pieces. So we have got these side pieces and they've got tabs on them so that you would just glue it onto this base along here. But this is what it comes like as the SVG file. Okay, all right. I'm going to refer to this one today because the blue and the pink make it easier for me to refer to, but all the same pieces are on here. Okay, so PDF, printable template, SVG file. They're both available in my Etsy store. I'll put the link to my Etsy store down below in case you'd like to have a go at making one of these. And just be careful when you choose which one that you're purchasing, if that's what you do, that you select the one you want. There's two listings. One will be for the SVG file and one will be for the printable template. So make sure you get the right thing. Okay, so going ahead, we're going to refer to this one today. So this is my envelope base. I think we'll do that a little bit later. I think we might start with some little bits and pieces that I've got stashed here. It's been ages since I've done a video, so you'll have to just bear with me while I fumble my way through this. To start with, I have cut out 8 of my base pages out of cardstock. So I'm just using white cardstock and then I've inked around this one. And I have used the Tim Holtz Gathered Twigs Distress ink and my little distressing tool. Okay, so just to save some time, I've already done that. So we're going to stack 4 of these on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we should have 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because as in our prototype, we have some opening this way and some opening this way. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue them together. So I've got 4 in each stack, and I'm going to use my art glitter glue, which I'm a recent convert to art glitter glue, and I like it a lot. I see what all the fuss is about. So this first one, I'm just going to fold that tab over and leave it down like that. And then this next one, I'm going to fold that tab over. You know, I've put that iPad on silent, but it apparently, well, I've put it on airplane, so I shouldn't be receiving any notifications, surely. So I've just put some glue on that tab, and I'm going to glue these down on top like so. And just make sure that they're sort of lined up as best I can. And give it a bit of a squish with my bone folder, and then I'm going to do the same with this one. This is just the easiest project, so I'll just do this, and then I'm going to do the same for that set of 4 over there as well. I'm going to pop this one on here and on here. So I hope everybody had a fabulous Christmas and New Year, or festive season, or a break, or they had a good December and January. I did. I have been making some projects, and I have some things ready to share. I just didn't do any video recording. I had a bit of a break from that. I create all the time and design things all the time. I do have to admit that I do find the recording really difficult. So that's why I've had a bit of a break. And you know, if you're a regular YouTuber like myself, or a regular viewer, I hope that you appreciate how difficult it is for people to record videos, because it's certainly not second nature to me. I feel like I have to be really organised and have everything sitting around me, and you know, so I don't waste your time, which I'm probably doing now by blathering. But you know, I watch some people on YouTube who they do a recording every day, particularly junk journalists. They do a recording every day or every other day, and they just turn on the camera and they say, oh, I'm just going to wing it. Let's see, what can we make with this stuff? And I think, how do you do that? It's not something I can do. I suppose it's a bit different when you're using pieces that you're already cutting out. Otherwise you'd have to sit there and wait while I cut things out on my Cricut, which would be, you know, like watching paint dry. Anyway, here we are back again doing videos. I've done, I don't know, it's coming up to close to nearly 200 videos on YouTube now. So despite the fact that I don't, you know, I find it difficult, I have still managed to do a few. Okay, so that's our base pages. Now, on the top of my base page, I really need to turn that off. On the top of my base page, I thought I'd have a little flip pocket. So I've cut out some of these. I'll put my little mats to the side. 3, 4. I've cut out 4 of these pockets. Let's put this here. I've got 4 of those pockets. That's the short pockets here. I've got 4 of those, and I'm going to glue some together to make a little short flip pocket. So we don't need some tabs. We can trim those off, and I'm going to be brave and use my scissors. So I'm just going to trim this off here and trim this off here, like so. I never use my scissors because I never feel like I do a very good job of that. Okay, so then I'm going to attach these two together. I'm going to flip this one over, and I'm going to attach this one along here and then along there, right? So like that. So I'm going to put some glue on here, and I'm going to attach this one to this one. So I've got that flap there still, and I'm going to turn these flaps back as well, so that they don't, so I can line it up, hopefully. Right, so I'm going to attach this along here like this, sort of lining them up together like that. Am I happy with that? A little bit wonky. I think that'll do. That little round bit there doesn't look right. Never mind. Okay, and I'm just going to attach that down like, whoops, like that. And then I'm going to turn these two little tabs in here and here. Put some glue on there. Whoops, going a bit crazy with the glue. Might need to wipe that bit off. Just going to flip that over and seal it up. And then, if we're not happy with that, let's start with putting some more ink along there. That always makes me happy. And you won't notice because it'll have an insert in there anyway. So there's one of our little flips. I'm going to put a bit of glue, bit of ink on here, and also on here. we might see that. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this one to the top here so that then we can put an insert in there. This is just an option. I didn't do this in the prototype. In the prototype, I just put in 5 pages on each side. So this is just another option that I thought I would show you. Right, give that a bit of a burnish, and then give that a bit of a burnish. And you can see it's a little bit, it's a bit annoying. It's annoying me. Okay, so that's that one. Then I'm going to do the same on this side. So I'm going to trim off 2 tabs. Something like that. Normally I would use my paper trimmer, but I'm living on the edge. Look at me. Okay, and then I'm going to turn all of these in. And this one, turn them backwards like that. And give it a burnish to make it stay like that. And then put some glue on this tab. And I'm going to glue this to this, like so. I'm trying to make sure it's lined up. This one's a bit wonky as well. I don't know what I've done. My gluing wonky. Not sure. Okay, that'll do. And then I'm going to turn these 2 tabs to the inside. Put some glue on there. And close that one up. Seal it shut. Wipe the glue off my bench. And then I'm going to put some ink around there. And because I'm fussy, I don't feel like I've lined this up very well. So I'm just going to trim around there like that. That makes me happier. I'm going to put a bit of ink on. So you don't have to do this inking business. I didn't do it. That's one of the great things about black cardstock, I find, is that you don't have to do any inking. But I thought I might do some on here. I'm just going to put some along there and also along here, because sometimes you can see that when you flip it over. Okay, so then we've got that one. And then I'm just going to do the same thing and glue this one down along here. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up on here and on here. Like so. I managed to get surrounded by stuff pretty quickly. Okay, so then what we can do is we can put some mats on each of these pages. So for these 2 pockets here, I've already cut out my mats. So I've got 2 here and 2 here. I think that one goes on there. That one goes on there. That one goes on there. And that one can go there, like that. Something like that. Anyway, the thing that I should point out is, if you're cutting your page, it doesn't matter for your cardstock, because you can turn your cardstock any which way and it's white both sides or black both sides or whatever. But with your mats, you need to think about which direction your piece is going when you cut them out. So, for instance, because on here the pocket is facing that way, so this is fine. But then when I want to cut pockets to go on this side, I'm going to have to, if the paper's directional, I'm going to have to mirror it or flip it when I'm cutting it out to make sure that it sits on this way. and doesn't, because otherwise it's okay in this instance because I've got double-sided paper, but otherwise to make one of these fit, the only way to do it would be to flip it over. So when you cut out your mat, think about which direction it is that your piece is facing. Okay? Right, so I'll just do this one side and then we can move on together. So I'm going to put some glue on here. Pop this, excuse me, pop a mat on here like so. And then on this side, I think I might be using one of these. I think I'm going to use this one. So I'll put this on here. And pop that on there. And that's that little flap done on both sides. And then for my base page, I've cut, can you see that? My base page, I've cut 2 mats out for each one of these. So I've got 4 on this side and 4 on the other, 8 in total. So I've actually cut 16 mats, and they are here. Now, because we're going to have half our pages facing a different direction, it is worth bearing in mind, as I was saying before, which direction they're going to go in. Okay, so because this way is going to be fine, but then when you turn over this way, you don't want to try and put a mat that has a direction on it. So this one's okay to go that way. I can turn that around to go that way. I could probably even have it up that way and it'd be okay. I don't like it quite so much, but it will be okay there. So you just need to cut half the mats facing this way and half the mats facing that way if they're directional. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue all of these mats onto these pages front and back, and then I'll come back and we'll carry on from there. Okay? Okay guys, I'm back and I have put the mats on both of these now. So we have a mat on this little flap here and then a mat on the front and back of each of my pages. And I've got that little flap at the back which we're going to attach to the envelope. And then I've done the same here as well. So I've got a mat on each of my pages like so, and also that little tab at the back there. So now I've got this little collection here of bits and pieces that I've cut out that I can just put on here. So these are just some of the corner pockets, and just as a reminder with the corner pockets, they are facing this way, but if you want to put them on the and on a different place, you might need to flip them over and also flip over the mat when you cut them out so that you can put them on both sides. So that's the corner pockets. I've got 4 of those. I have got 4 of the short pockets here that I've cut out. So those are these ones here, and they're the same as these ones here. And then I have got 2 of the long pockets, so that's this one here. And I have also flipped and cut out one of those in reverse. So this one is the right way with that little corner there like that. And then I flipped it over and cut one on this this way as well, so that I can put that on a different page, on a different perspective. So I've got 2 of those, and then I have cut out 4 of the little short belly bands. And I have cut out 2 of the long belly bands here. So you can cut out as many or as little as you want. I just gave myself a few options, and then we can pop them on. So to start with, I'm going to start with my short pockets, my long pockets. One's going on this side and one's going on this side. So I think I will put maybe this one on here. I don't want to put anything really much on there. Maybe I'll put this one on here. So I'll just get out my glitter glue, my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this tab and hold that one down. And then I'll put some glue along here. And on this little tab here, and pop this down on my page where I want it to go. Make sure that I've got it where I want it to be, and give it a press. So for each of my pockets and belly bands, I've cut out the base piece, which on here is blue. I've cut that out of the white cardstock, and then the pink piece on top I've cut out of my scrapbook paper, just as a reminder. So then this one I'm going to put on this side. Now you can put them on both pages. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to go about it, but I think I'll put this one on here. I tend to put them on the page that you'll look at most often, but you know, you do whatever you want to do. I would suggest, however, because we're limited to the size, we don't want to make it too bulky or it won't close, that you either put a pocket on this side or on this side, but not on both, because it will make it too bulky, I think, and we don't want to make it too bulky, which is really difficult for me to do because I always make things too bulky and fat. So I'm being pretty careful not to do that. I'll put a pocket on there, press it down. And then what's next? Might go with, I'll go with some pockets, some corner pockets. So I might put a corner pocket on here, maybe. Let's have a look. Might put this one on here. So maybe I'll just do one set, because otherwise we'll be here all day. And I can do the other side off camera. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one on here. I'm just going to make sure that it's just a little tiny bit in from the fold, so that it folds over okay. So then this one goes back over okay. Yeah, like so. I've got a bit of bulk going on there, so we want to think about that. And then what else can I do? Maybe I'll put a pocket on here. Maybe this one. Or maybe this one. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's go with this. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on each of these little tabs. Squish it down flat. Can't pick it up. I'm sorry if you can hear any noise in the background. The air conditioner's going. Of course, it's hot here in Perth in December and January, so I'll put a pocket on here. And press that one down. Okay, and then maybe on this page I'll put a long belly band. So I'll just put some glue on here and here. not only my iPad, when I was doing my matting, not only is it currently on airplane mode, I've also turned the volume down and it's still pinging for notifications. I can't get over it. I'm trying to center it as best I can. Let me just hold it up. Yeah, that looks okay. Let's give that a press. Okay, so I've got a belly band, and I've got a corner pocket, a long pocket here. Maybe I'll put a belly band on here. So I might not need all of these pieces, but that's okay. I can maybe use them for another project. I just I want to be careful how much I put on before I put it in my envelope. I can always put more in later. And then I think I might put this one over here, and I'm not going to center it, I'm going to put it off center, like maybe there. Maybe over a little bit more. No, it's going to go there because the glue's stuck. That's where it's going. Okay. So that's sort of an idea of how you could put things on. I'll put these aside for this other one here and maybe put some more on here, but I'll wait and see how we go. So now let's put, I'll tell you what, I'll still need this one. So we've got our two, I guess you could call them sort of signatures, and now we're going to put those in our envelope. So I'm going to get at my envelope base, which is this big piece here. And I've gone ahead in the break and just put my mats on the back, what's going to be my outside. I've done all of them except for the bottom, because when I close it up, I think I'm going to put a magnet here and a magnet there and close it up. But I sort of want to do that when it's a bit bulkier. So for now, I'm going to leave this one here, and I'm also going to leave this mat here. And I'm going to put mats, so I'm going to not put a mat here, and I'm also not going to put my base mat on there yet, but I'm going to put all my other ones on. And the reason I'm not putting my base one on is because we're going to attach these guys onto there, and then we'll put a mat on it or cover up that little tab. But I'm going to put my other ones on now because it will be easier when it's nice and flat. So where are they? What did I do with them? There they are. Okay, so these are my mats for my envelope. So these are the pink bits that I'm putting on, and I've cut out two sets, and one is I've put on the front or the outside, and this one I'm putting on the inside. So I'm just going to start by laying them out, although I'm not going to stick them all on. So that one looks like it's there, that one's there, that one goes up there. And then I did cut them out of one sheet, and I attached them all together so that I could make sure that they sort of lined up. So I think it might go like this. Maybe this one goes there like that. Yep, that looks right. And then this one goes down here like this. Yep, and that one goes there like that. Now, does this one go like that? Maybe. And then we have, it's hard to tell with this pattern. Is that right? Yep, that's right. And then that one goes like that. Okay, so now I'm going to take this one away because I'm not sticking that one yet, and I'm going to take that one away. And then this is the bottom from the outside. So now I can stick these ones on. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick these down. Okay, so I've stuck all of those mats down, so now I'm going to put in my little signatures. So what I'm going to do is put some glue on this tab here, and then I'm going to glue it down as best as I can into the right up to the edge, but not so much that we can't bend our little flap over and sort of centered. And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do the same with the other side. But what I want to do is attach this one with glue. So I'm going to get it as close up to the edge here as I can, like so, and then I'm going to spin it around and see that I've got it sort of centered as best as I can there, and give it a good press. So, but what I want to do is leave that to dry. So I'm just going to slide my little bone folder in here. I think I just moved it, and I'm going to flip this back over so you can see it's all lined up there, and I'm just going to put a bulldog clip on here just to hold it in place, because we're holding quite a lot of layers down with just that little tab, so we want to make sure that it really glues and sticks into place like that. So I'm going to leave that to dry, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this side and glue that on there like that. So when this is dry, I'll flip it over so that it's over here and out the way, and I will glue this down using this tab along this side here. Okay, so I'm just going to basically glue it in like that. Alright, so I'll wait for this to dry, and then I'll do that, and then I'll come back and we're nearly done. So, yep, see you in a minute. Alright guys, I'm back, and this side here has dried, and while I was having a bit of a break, I did glue in this side as well, because, you know, I didn't want this to be too long. So we've got, so I've attached this side here, and then I did exactly the same thing on this side as well, so we have those two there. So now we can put this mat in here, and it will cover up those little tabs nicely. So let's go ahead and do that. And then, oh, and I did put a few extra of the corner pockets and belly bands and side pockets and things in to the other side, I think. So I ended up with some leftovers. I'll show you in a sec. Just put this glue on here. So I don't think I need to put in as much as as many of the pockets and things as I can, but it's completely up to you. So I'm just putting this in here, lining it up, and then I'm going to give it a good press with my bone folder, making sure it's really stuck well there. And across there. Might need to get my art glitter glue into the corners, into here and here, make sure they're really stuck. And then on this side I'm going to make sure that's really well attached, like so. Yeah, I need to put a little bit of art glitter glue in there, but we'll persevere for the moment. Okay, so then, so I ended up with, I think I had four of the corner pockets, 4 of the short belly bands, and 4 of these side pockets, and I've got 1 of each of those left. So that's just if you're following along with me. So I've put in a long belly band here, and then I had already put that one in there. So then I'm just going to flip one there. I've got a belly quarter pocket here and a side pocket there, and then flip this one, and then that one, and that one, that one, that one, and that one, that one, that one, and that one, and that's our little flip section. So the other thing is, in the pack there is also some inserts. So insert 1 is this one here. So I think that makes a good side insert. I've just cut a couple out. I haven't cut out all of the ones that I want yet. So out of the blue cardstock on the bottom, I've cut the blue on the bottom. I've actually cut that out of white cardstock, and then the pink piece on top, I've just cut out a bit of scrapbook paper and popped that on there. So that's insert 1. Insert 2 looks like this. So it's got that fancy edge on both sides, and I thought that was really good for the long, to put under the long belly band. So like in here, thought that'd look nice like that. You don't have to do that, of course. I just like to give some options. And this one is great for these pockets here, like so. And also you could have one in here like this. You could have them in here. I need to get in there with my bone folder. There we go. They could go in like that, or these could go in there. I mean, it's completely up to you which ones you want to use where. So they could go in here like this, or in here like this. Come on. Like that. I need to get my bone folder in there as well. There we go. And pop that in there like that. So there's lots of options for those ones. And then insert 3 is just a short version of that. So that's insert 3, and again I've just matted it with a bit of the scrapbook paper. So you could have a couple in these pockets here, and they fit in nicely. They don't stick up like that. Or you could layer them up in here. I mean, you could do whatever you like, right? So now I'm confused. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. So my plan is to have one of these in here, and I'll probably cut another one of those to put in here facing that way. I thought that would be cool. I should probably mat the back of those, shouldn't I? Because you can definitely see those ones. I think that'd be prettier. Anyway, so that's the insert. So go ahead and cut out any of your inserts that you like, and they can go in here. Now we just need to put a magnet on here and finish it up. So I have some magnets here. You don't have to do a magnet, but that's what I'm going to do this time. On my prototype I didn't use anything. I just tied it up and it's fine. It sticks together nicely. But let's have a go at doing some magnets. So I've got these ones here. I bought them off AliExpress. They're a little bit smaller in diameter than what I wanted. I actually wanted some more of these ones. I've got them all stuck together. I actually wanted these ones. So I think if you can see the size difference. I actually wanted those, but I bought those. That's the problem sometimes with buying things online, isn't it? Anyway, I have got a lot of these tiny ones. See? So I'm going to use them. Alright, so I'm going to pop one about here. And it needs to be in far enough that we can mat over it easily enough. And pop that one on there. That's about the center, isn't it? Okay, then I've got a piece of cardstock. I'll pop that on top. Pop this one on top of there. Okay, I'm going to flip this up. I'm going to put a blob of glue on this side. And then I'm going to work out where I'm happy with that and bring this one over and drop it down. I think I'm happy with it like that. So I'm going to lift this one up and that one's there like that. Okay, that worked out okay. Okay, so then I can put my mats on top of that. I always make a bit of a mess of the old magnets, and I haven't done it for so long. I haven't even recorded for so long. I felt sure that it was going to be a disaster on camera. I suppose it still could be. Hopefully that one little magnet's going to be enough. I'm going to tie it up anyway, but I thought a magnet would be good. So then I'm going to pop that on here. Make sure it's sealed up around that magnet. And then this mat here, which looks like it's upside down, but c'est la vie. I don't think you'll really notice. And pop this one on here. Slide it into position. I'm just going to flip it over like this so I can make sure that it's where I want it to be. I feel like I want it to come down a bit. Come on, glue, work with me. What that's going to do. That is going to do. Make sure that's sealed up around that magnet. Okay, then I'm just going to pull my little side flips out there, and let me just quickly squish some of these things in here. So I'll put one of these in here, I'll put this one here, and then I'll put a couple of these in here and here. They might not stay here. And then I'll put one there for now. Okay, so then I'm going to put another one of these in here, and that's it. So now I'm going to put those two side pieces in, bring up the one from the bottom, and the moment of truth, the magnet. Oh, look at that. Then I just have a little bit of, this is seam binding. No, it's not. This is sari ribbon, and it's all in a big kerfuffle. I'll sort this out, but I think I might tie a bit of seam binding around it to finish it. It's not seam binding, Katie, it's sari. That looks nice. And of course you can do whatever you like with it. Something like that. I need to clean that all up. But anyway, and make it a bit longer too, I think. So that's it. That's the tutorial on how to make this little guy here. So what I think I might do is I'll go away and finish embellishing this one, put some more inserts and things in it, and then maybe I'll just do a separate flip through of this little guy here on a different video. But that's basically the tutorial for the easy envelope flip book. It is really easy and fun, and I think that would make an adorable gift for someone. You know, you could probably get a decent little holiday adventure series of photos or something in there, or like a baby brag book or something. So it feels really nice in the hand. It is big enough to fit in 6x4 photos, so it is 6.5 inches across and just over 4.5 inches wide. So on most of those pages you'd be able to put a 6x4 photo, no problem. So there you go. You can pick up the Easy Envelope Flip Book, both the set of SVG files or the printable templates from my Etsy store if you'd like to have a go. And otherwise, thanks very much for watching. I'm sorry about the pinging. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.